All right, everybody, raise your hand if you are using TikTok to promote your business. Well, hey, if your hand is not raised, then this is the episode for you. TikTok exploded during COVID. The pandemic brought a newfound fame to TikTokers of all ages and backgrounds. Today's guest, Keenya Kelly, is going to enlighten us on how to use the latest, coolest social media platform to increase visibility, drive people through your front door, and to market your business. So stay tuned for Keenya Kelly. I know for a fact you have a favorite show, and I'm willing to bet that you also have a favorite guest too. Well, we would love for you to shout it from the rooftop. Well, maybe not the rooftop, but what about shouting it out on your Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn page? When you tag Fitness Business Podcast, you're not only letting us know, but you're letting your entire fitness family know as well. So tag us. We can't wait to read all about your favorite episode or guest. Hi, I'm your host, Dory Nugent, and today our guest, Keenya Kelly, is here to deliver important information on why TikTok is good for your fitness business. Stay tuned because in 2 minutes, Keenya Kelly, TikTok business expert, will be this week's industry guest. Now let's give a huge thank you to Discover Strength for supporting our show.
At Discover Strength Franchising, we know you want to own a thriving fitness business. We believe you should be able to do work that you are passionate about while also making a great living. Imagine owning a distinguished fitness business backed by a market-tested business model where efficient 30-minute strength workouts are provided to your clients by expert, educated personal trainers. Here's how to get started. Head to discoverstrengthfranchise.com and fill out the contact form. Set up a pre-qualification call with our franchise team. Join us for a mutual discovery day. So head to discoverstrengthfranchise.com so you can start falling in love with your work again.
Thank you, Discover Strength. And everybody, make sure you check out www.discoverstrengthfranchise.com.
Get your pen ready now for Keep Me's Fit Bizpiration.
What are your 3 top tips to best practices for a brand on TikTok?
Number one, I would say make sure that your videos are fun. It doesn't mean you have to fall out of an airplane or anything like that. Make sure there's some type of entertainment element to your video. Number 2, you want to keep them short and sweet. 15 seconds or less performs the absolute best on TikTok. And then number 3, make sure that in your video, you're giving a call to action because we're all very used to being told what to do. The same thing goes for your business on TikTok.
Next week, I interview Richard Tutunji, and we talk about marketing in post-pandemic for 2022. After this week's full interview, I'll introduce you to Richard, and you'll hear why you need to come back next week to hear his interview. MyZone has pioneered unique wearables with talking point technology that makes the difference. Reach more members of your community and keep them engaged for longer through motivation and gamification wherever they choose to work out. In the gym, at home, or outdoors, we're stronger together. Get in the zone at myzone.org. Let's transition into this week's interview with Keenya Kelly. Fitness Business Podcast family, welcome to another episode. This one is totally different for us. We are super excited to have Keenya Kelly with us today. Keenya is a TikTok for business expert. Keenya, welcome to the Fitness Business Podcast. It is so great to have you here.
I am so excited to be here.
You're going to have a newfound following of all these new fitness fans that are going to be following along. So yes. For those of you that can't see her, she's kind of like raising her hands, fist pumping. So we're going to start right off the bat. For those of our listeners out there that maybe just aren't quite as familiar with TikTok as they'd like to be, and I'm going to ask you, could you just explain what that platform is?
For sure. So when I think about TikTok, it's just like all other social media platforms, except it's more of a video platform. It's called short form video. And short form video is where, like, the definition of short form is a video that is 1 minute or less. But most of the content on TikTok is 15 seconds or less. And it really started out as like a musical app, and people were singing and then dancing. And then when the pandemic hit, people went there for entertainment because people were just tired of all the fighting and all that happened on Facebook and Twitter. And so people kind of came there for the entertainment. But it literally is a social media platform. But from a business standpoint, it's a marketing platform.
I'm so glad TikTok kind of came into all of our lives. The pandemic, we talk all the time about good things that have come out of the pandemic, and TikTok certainly is one of those good things.
For sure.
So let's talk about who are the main users of TikTok.
Yeah, so the largest demographic on TikTok are people between the ages of 18 and 24, which is what mostly happens on social media platforms. A platform comes out and they normally put it out to the younger generation. Why? They're more creative, more innovative, and more willing to take risks. And so that is who started with the platform. But now I think it's right around 20 or 30% are 20 to 40 at this point. So it's not like the over amount of people, but it's millions of people between 20 and 40 on the app right now.
I'm in the over 40 category. Is there anything else besides myself that is on there,
Oh, absolutely. I think I did a recent survey and it was like 2% of people are 55 plus. And I think it was 4.5% that was 45 plus. But you're talking about 1 billion people that are on the app. So if you go 2% of 1 billion, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, all ages are on there. Absolutely. Okay, so we talked about, who's on TikTok, or at least, the biggest percentage of people that are on TikTok. Let's talk about businesses and then monetizing TikTok.
For sure. So one of the things that's happening with businesses is, people are like, they're thinking that TikTok is still just dancing, but it isn't. Like, short form video is taking over marketing as a whole. You've got TikTok, you've got YouTube Shorts, you've got Pinterest Pins and Snapchat Spotlight, you've got Instagram Reels, and Facebook just launched Facebook Reels. And so this is what's happening. And so because the majority of the world is still violently opposing TikTok and not investing their time and energy on the platform, those of us that have a business and are marketing ourselves on those platforms are reaching an entirely new demographic of people organically faster, because people are going there for an escape. They're going there for entertainment, right? And so when they're going there watching the cats, watching the dogs, or whatever, we as the marketers are coming over there and we're doing what we call stopping the scroll, meaning you're there, like we're on TikTok and we're scrolling, just finding content, funny videos or whatever. And as business people, we come on and create a creative piece of content that stops them in their tracks. They weren't looking for us. It's like a commercial, right? And so that's why businesses need to be there, because it's the most creative, innovative marketing trend for 2020, 2021, I think until 2025, potentially, because otherwise all these other platforms would not be turning their platform into short form video unless there was something to it.
Yeah, let me just tell you a really quick thing for myself is I'm a scroller. I'm looking for the goofy dog videos and and all that kind of stuff. But I came across, it was kind of cool, a local business right here where I live, and their little TikTok video was so fun, so funny, and so entertaining. It was like a little skit that it made me want to be like, I want to be a part of that business, just in a sense of being a patron, going in and purchasing things, because I'm like, look how much fun they're having. And that made me feel good. So
exactly. Yep. That's it. Exactly.
What inspired you to start coaching businesses towards the TikTok platform?
So when I first was building my business, we had a brand design business. And so I was teaching people on TikTok how to build brands and like pitching our websites and logos and things of that nature. And we started to grow really quickly and followers on the platform. But me personally, I started like, because of the pandemic, you evaluate your whole life. And so I started evaluating what I was doing. Was it making me happy? Was it what I want to continue doing? And my answer was, I didn't want to do websites and logos anymore. I just didn't. It was what made me money, but it wasn't making me happy. And it didn't come with ease. I wanted to make more money, but it's hard to make a lot of money per person when you only need a website once in every 5 years or so. But because I love video marketing and I was watching my success happen with TikTok, I know business. And so I teach people how to make money, including systems, process, and funnels and all that type of stuff. And people started requesting TikTok guidance from me. Now, I wasn't charging for that. And so I realized, wait a minute, I'm in a moment in time where if I just take what I was doing and put down design work and focus on marketing and what I already know, and then plus TikTok, I could explode my business and help people on the platform. And that's exactly what's happened.
Love for you to talk to our audience a little bit about what you think businesses need to understand in TikTok.
So the number one is that it's a very different way of marketing. You don't have to dance. You don't have to be goofy, but you do have to be creative. That when I look at TikTok, it reminds me of Super Bowl Sunday. The way that you advertise on TV on a regular day is not how you're going to advertise when it's Super Bowl Sunday. Why? You spent millions of dollars for that 15 or 30 second spot, and you've got millions of people that can be watching you. And so like, when you come onto the TikTok platform, the organic reach of what can happen with just the algorithm and the For You page is like a Super Bowl Sunday. At any point in time, something miraculous can happen and you could go viral with very little effort. But you can't come on like, if you're boring in the newspaper and it works, that's fine. You can't be boring on TikTok, right? Again, you don't have to dance. You don't have to be goofy. You just have to be creative. And so when you come over to the platform, it's really important for you to understand the culture of TikTok. And the only way to understand it is to spend time on the platform. Like, don't judge it. Like, just watch and keep watching dozens and dozens of videos. It will start to sink in. As you start seeing the ads, you'll go, I get it now. But if you're only looking at it from a 13-year-old perspective, like your kids, your grandkids or whatever, you won't get it. You've got to scroll for yourself and it'll make total sense.
Yeah. So as a business owner, Keenya, can you recommend anybody to follow, even if it's not in the fitness industry, just somebody that really does it well and hits it out of the park when it comes to business and TikTok?
For sure. So there's a lot of business people that are on the platform. But the number one thing I would say before I say a person is I feel like you should go to the platform. And then at the bottom of your app on TikTok, there's like a button that's a magnifying glass and it says discover. You're going to want to click on that and go to the next page. At the top of that page is the box that says search. If you are in fitness or if you're a doctor or you're a lawyer or you're a dentist, type just 1 or 2 words in that search box, and then you're going to get probably 100 or 200 videos are going to pop up. Then you want to start clicking on those videos that look similar to your industry. Then it's going to go, oh, that's how I can do this as a lawyer. That's how I can do this as a fitness instructor. Because I can tell you all the TikTok teachers, like I'm a TikTok teacher. You have Rachel Peterson that's there. Jera Bean, that Jera Bean is there. There's a lot of great TikTok teachers, but the number one way to see how to do it for you is going to be type in doctor, lawyer, fitness, health, and you're going to be like, oh, this makes total sense because you want to see it for your industry.
Okay, so you kind of showed us how to narrow it down.
Yep.
Now, I'd love for you just to maybe talk about why TikTok is a good platform for the fitness business.
For sure. So one of the things is that, like, granted, the world is quote unquote opening back up, but you still have a lot of people that are apprehensive about going back into a gym. I know I had someone who listened to a podcast episode of mine a year and a half ago, and she was apprehensive about TikTok, but she was a fitness instructor who lost her job, and she decided, okay, what do I have to lose? Well, she gets on the TikTok and she starts creating in her living room, like just in her living room with her phone and whatever, just doing the same fitness thing she would do in a room, in a class. She did it in her house. And within a year, she gained 500,000 followers. She made $100,000. And she is now a new coach for Beachbody. All because she did it in her living room. And so you just never know who's watching. Number two, people are looking for someone to help them. They're looking for someone that looks like them, sounds like them, feels like them. And it's just gonna elevate your platform. Like, what's her name? Cassie of Blog Lottie's. She's on Facebook and Instagram, but she's on TikTok every single day, creating these fun, creative content. She's got millions of followers now, and she's making, I'm guaranteed that TikTok has supercharged her sales. She was already making money, but now you've got a place where she's telling people, here are the basics, try this, use this band and use this mat. And she's killing it in a way that I guarantee you is giving her more creative freedom, because typically the way that you may advertise from a fitness standpoint, there's a system of how you normally would do it. But TikTok lets you do skits. It lets you do things to music. It lets you do all these things that you normally could not do on other social platforms.
So you absolutely have convinced me, and I'm sure you convinced all of our followers out there that they have to start this journey on TikTok. They have to start marketing on TikTok.
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how do you get started? That's the scary part. How do you get started?
So the first part is download the app. Okay. So you got to download it and then go ahead and put on your update your bio and all that. But TikTok will prompt you for that. The next thing you're going to want to do is, like I said earlier, search and see people that are doing it the way that doing what you do. And then you've got to just start the create process. When I first got on TikTok, I'm 40 years old, but I felt like I was 95. I was like, what are all these buttons and what is all this stuff? It was very overwhelming for me. But I just said, okay, I'm going to take it one button at a time, and instead of me trying to figure out everything all at once, I said, where's the create? How do I publish? How do I write a description, right? So I would encourage you to go to the app and then click on the plus sign that's in the middle of the screen, at the bottom of the screen, and then record some content. You don't have to post it, but record it and try all the different buttons on the screen so you can see what is what, right? And then just start to record. And then you can hit the button that says drafts, and that lets it put in draft, and you never have to post those. But then maybe after a week or so, actually post your first video and then post another one and post another one. Next thing you know, you're going to get better. Like, if you go down and see my very first 100 TikToks, you'll say, oh my God, these are so bad. I was just doing a training yesterday, and one of my old videos popped back up on the For You page, and I was so embarrassed by it, but I screen shared it and showed the people I was training, and they said, oh my God. I said, see, very bad TikTok, but I did it anyway. And it has thousands of views on it now because TikTok keeps pushing it out. So just start.
It's funny you say that. Now I'm going to go old school with Facebook, but sometimes, Facebook does the memories, and it'll show some of my very first Facebook posts, and they were so bad. Like what I wrote, I'm like, what?
Why did I say that? Yes.
All right. So we've logged on, we've practiced, we've now gotten enough courage to post a couple videos. How do we grow? Like, how do we get those first 1,000 followers? How do we get the 25,000, the 100,000, and so on and so forth?
For sure. So the number one thing to understand is that people follow you because you're giving them something that they want, right? We all want to get to 100 followers, 1,000 followers. We all want the followers, but we have to go and serve an audience of people to where they decide, I want to follow you. Because here's what happens when a person follows you, no matter what social media platform you're on. What they're saying to themselves is that I've seen what you've posted. I want to see more of what you post. You're doing something for me when I see your content. So before we start the hoping and wishing that we would grow really fast, it's really important to go, okay, here's what I'm going to be on TikTok. Here's who I'm going to serve on TikTok. And it's important to then serve them every single day, posting at least one time a day. And in your videos, you can say, follow me for more. click the plus sign. You can tell them, follow me, but you have to serve them and you have to keep putting out content. What'll start happening is that people will start following, they'll tag people, they'll start sharing your content. Next thing you know, a video could go viral. I had one video hit 1 million views in a couple of days and we gained 47,000 followers in 8 days, but I serve every single day. And, I always like to tell people when they come to TikTok, because you hear about these crazy stories. I posted one video and I made 6 figures, right? But that's not going to happen every single day, right? But if we say to ourselves, I'm going to be here for at least 6 months and I'm going to post once a day for 6 months, then I've got until June or whatever that month is, and I'm going to keep on posting. It's like I'm challenging myself with YouTube Shorts right now for 6 months, posting every single thing I post on TikTok, posting it on Shorts, and just to see what happens, right? And so that would be my challenge to you, is that if you want to grow on TikTok, you have to be consistent, because we love consistency, whether that's on social media, your man, your woman, the grocery store. If you want something, you want an apple and you walk into the grocery store, you're like, where are the apples? If the apples aren't there, you're like, I am never coming back to this grocery store ever again. Same way with TikTok.
So my final question for you now is talking again, we're trying to talk about businesses getting into TikTok and using it as a marketing platform. Is there a fee behind pushing these videos out, or are we talking free marketing?
For sure. So for me, I grew 471,000 followers absolutely free. Absolutely free. Haven't run an ad. However, there are options for 2 things. One, if you have a video that doesn't have copyrighted music attached to it, you can click on promote, and TikTok will promote that video for a fee, of course. And you can promote it for followers. You can promote it for video views, or you can promote it for website clicks. TikTok also has a TikTok business side of things for ads, where you can run a whole ad campaign very similar to Facebook.
Okay. And what are we talking? Just ballpark, like to cost.
Yeah. So typically it's around $50 a day, because it's nowhere near as low as Facebook by any means, but it's around $50 a day or more.
And that's only if you choose to do that. You can put all the free videos you want out there and branding behind you to get your name out, all for free.
Absolutely. Like, I've sold so many of my books just because they're behind my head. And I often will just shoot a TikTok video standing up and people can see it, and they end up buying my book like crazy on Amazon. Product placement.
I am enamored personally by TikTok. So it was great to have you on the show today. Thank you for coming on and spending time with us.
Thank you so much. It's been fun.
It is. It's such a unique platform. And I agree. I'm one of the older moms on TikTok. I get a little nervous sometimes on learning how to use it, and definitely nervous about posting anything.
For sure.
And I feel like today you kind of helped ease our minds and really encouraged everybody out there listening today to just give it a try. That was my biggest takeaway from you.
Exactly. I mean, I know that's what I tell myself every single day. Just try it,
All right. So we can find you on TikTok, right?
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
So we go down to the little magnifying glass. Is that what you said?
Yep.
Can we type in your name?
Yeah. You just type in Keenya Kelly, Keenya Kelly.
Keenya Kelly, I can't thank you enough for helping our FBP family break down TikTok and for encouraging everyone listening to just get started. And for all of our FBP family, thank you for joining us today for another episode here at the Fitness Business Podcast. If you have any further questions for Keenya, her contact details are on the show notes, which you can see at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com, or when you subscribe to the FBP show notes, they are emailed directly to you. Subscribe to the show notes at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. In 30 seconds, I'll introduce you to our guest, Richard Tatunji, who is coming back next week.
Did you know that the active ingredient in most disinfecting wipes has well-documented lung, skin, and reproductive health concerns? That active ingredient is called a quaternary ammonium compound, or a quat, not necessarily something you'd want in a health and wellness facility. VaporFresh disinfecting gym wipes avoid all quats and instead use an innovative citric acid chemistry to disinfect. Even with this greener chemistry, VaporFresh is still EPA registered to disinfect 99.9% of surfaces. VaporFresh is trusted by some of the most premier gyms and college rec centers nationwide. With 1,200 wipes per roll and 4 rolls per case, they offer an unbeatable value per wipe. Order today at vaporfresh.com or Amazon.
Quickfire 5.
FVP family, please welcome Richard Tutunji, owner of Com Marketing, and please put your hands together and welcome him as our Quickfire 5 guest. Industry expert Richard Tutunji is joining us today for our Quickfire 5 questions. Richard, thank you so much. Welcome to the Fitness Business Podcast.
Thanks, Dory. Pumped to be here.
Yes, we have an Aussie in the house.
Picked up the accent already.
Just a little bit, you know. All right, so let's get started with our 5 super fun questions. The first one is, what is a life lesson you learned from the pandemic?
Well, I learned that as fitness professionals, we work a lot with fitness professionals. We are actually way, way, way stronger than I think we all thought possible. And we really got our communities back, most importantly.
I agree with that 100%. Everybody's working so hard to get their community back. And I think they all should be proud of themselves and pat themselves on the back for that.
Totally.
All right, here we go. This is always a fun one. If you could play a character in any movie, what character would it be?
This is a tough one. This is the toughest of 5. It's I would play Tom Hanks in the Run, Forrest, Run movie. I think that was called. And I'll tell you why. I was able to run with a guy called Pat Farmer. He ran through India, and I was able to join him on his 66-day tour. For one day, he ran 2 marathons. In the day, I ran 1, getting in and out of the support car. So I just think what Tom Hanks did there is just the willpower and the motivation to keep going is just phenomenal.
All right. Awesome. I like that. Good lesson. Number 3. Hey, please complete this sentence. Sunday morning, you can find me.
Sunday morning, you can find me on my ride-on mower, picking my pineapples and oranges with my boys. I recently moved up the Sunshine Coast, and I discovered we have a lot of fruit trees here, and I had to buy a ride-on mower coming from the city. So that's my new agenda for Sundays.
Nice. I like that Sunday. All right. And what is your number 1 book recommendation for all of our FBP family out there?
Anything by Robin Sharma. I'm a big fan of his writing. I don't have one. If I can put in another one, Alan and Barbara Pease, The Definite Book of Body Language. That's been a book I haven't read for a long time, but it's a huge learning, especially if you're in the fitness industry and you're struggling to connect with your clients. Body language is the key on that one.
That's a good one. I like that. That's a good recommendation. And finally, here is your chance to pitch your episode coming up next week. So take it away. You got 30 seconds.
Well, if your leads are like old school dial-up internet and they struggle to get to your inbox, well, I'm going to show you the new ways to market in 2022. So listen in for next week. It's going to be a killer episode.
All right, everybody, make sure you come back for that killer episode with Richard Tutunji. He is the owner of Com Marketing, and he's also an author. So I'm excited to have you back. If your role at the club has anything to do with marketing, or you just love marketing strategies, then next week's show is the show for you. Come along as Richard shares what marketing looks like for the fitness industry in 2022. So make sure you subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast player, or even better yet, let us do the work for you and we'll send you the show. Subscribe at fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. Now, listeners, I can't wait to follow all of you on your fitness Tick-Tock journey and to see how you use it to grow your business. So don't forget, if this episode was a game changer for you, please remember to tag us in your social media posts. Come on, take us on your Tick-Tock journey, and the Fitness Business Podcast will definitely be a part of it.
Hey, Fitness Business Podcast family, Sarah Pellegrino here, your host of The Value Proposition. Each month, I'm bringing you an insightful conversation with a different supplier so you can learn the value they bring to the industry above and beyond their product or service. Don't miss this month's episode, The Value Proposition for Hassle-Free Music Licensing with SyncFloor, going live Friday, October 22nd. We tackle the important topic of music licensing by hearing how SyncFloor simplifies the process by connecting businesses and creators to great commercial music for their modern digital experiences. Download episode 393 of the Fitness Business Podcast, The Value Proposition for Hassle-Free Music Licensing, anywhere you listen to your podcasts or from our website. You can watch the podcast on our YouTube channel or on our website, fitnessbusinesspodcast.com.
Thank you to our founding partner, Active Management, our partners, Keep Me, MyZone, Discover Strength, Tribe, Team Training, One Fit Stop, and our advertisers, Rex Roundtables, MX Metrics, and Vaporfresh. We believe what you leave behind is not what is engraved in stone monuments, but woven into the lives of others.